Unscripted.
Unshackled.
Uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for mature audiences only.
It's Miguel Fuller.
Holly O'Connor.
And Scotty the Body.
It's the Miguel and Holly Uncensored podcast.
Only on Hot 101.5.
Hi.
Hi, hey.
Hey.
Hold on. Okay.
Hello.
Making a phone call.
Oh. All
right. Hey, everybody. We're live on the YouTube page.
On the YouTube.
Try again.
Oh, dang it.
Wow.
Oh, I dialed the number. Hold on.
I'm so curious on who you're calling.
Who do you think I'd be calling today?
Stacy?
Nope.
On Friday?
Yep.
Not Stacy? Your mom?
Your mom.
Oh.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Yes!
Hey.
How are you? You're on the podcast, which is streaming on YouTube. Don't say crazy stuff.
Oh, I thought the podcast you could say anything.
Right, same.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
you can.
But
just-
it's just streaming live.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
live.
you can say curse words. You can say that.
Well,
Okay.
I won't. I stopped.
Oh, look at that.
Wait,
I
what?
cleaned my mouth. I cleaned my mouth out. I stopped last night.
Oh,
Wait.
last night.
Wait.
Had
Let
a
me
full
know how
12
that
hours.
goes. Let me know how that goes for the rest of the weekend.
Wait, let's see how it goes for the next 20 minutes talking to you.
Yeah.
Wait, why did you clean your mouth out? Why did you stop cussing all of a sudden?
I heard myself and I was like, damn, that don't sound good.
Oh.
Now, who were you talking to or who were you talking about?
I was, that's all right. But anyway.
Oh, I'll get a phone call later.
How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Doing well.
How are
Feeling
you
good.
doing?
I'm hanging in here. It's been a little rough.
Yeah, no.
This year, last year, this year, it's been a little rough, but hey, it's gonna get better.
It is going to get better. Amen to that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
Mom, I wanted to bring you on because I don't remember if it was the podcast or if it was on air. But my birthday is this weekend, and
No kidding.
I was there.
All right. We need to ding every time my mom says a cuss word. Let's
Got
see
it.
how many we can rack up here in the next couple minutes. But my birthday is this weekend, and I wanted to ask you because I told this story on the air this past week about the origin story about why I love hamburgers so much. And I told the story one way, but I don't know if it's exactly how it actually happened. This is just what's been told to me about why I love hamburgers so much and
What happened the night he was born?
right, and Miss K, my godmother, and about how all that went down. So I want you to tell the story because obviously you were there.
You were.
You went through it.
Yeah.
What happened almost 36 years ago?
Well, actually, I had this car. They called them Chevette. I used to call it a shit vet because. Well, you can't ding me on that. That was the name of the car.
Yeah, I just got to go by the rules.
Yeah. I
That's
get
all
it.
right.
Miss
That's all
Angela.
right. It's part of the story.
That's what you got?
Okay, so I had just paid this man to fix the engine, and as soon as I got it, it ran hot again, and I was like 9 months pregnant,
Ooh.
and I was so mad. I started cursing him out. I'm standing in the middle of the floor, and then my water just broke.
Oh.
And I'm laughing and crying at the same time. And so I called one of my coworkers and my mom and asked them if they could come and take me to the hospital. And she said, yeah. So we're on our way to the hospital. And I'm like, can I please stop and get a hamburger? I am hungry because I know when I get there, they're not going to let me have anything to eat. No. I'm like, please let me get a hamburger. I got to have a hamburger before I go to this hospital. And I got a hamburger, and he's been eating them ever since.
That's the truth.
Now, okay, but here's the thing. Here's where I tell part of the story. And I don't know if this is just maybe I've made this part up as part of storytelling because I always say never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Amen.
Now, I've always been told that you were literally like in the hospital bed and Miss K went down to
Okay.
McDonald's and got the burger and you were literally in the hospital bed before I was born, took one bite, and then you were like, I'm good.
Yep.
So that's how it
I
happened?
was like, yeah.
Oh.
I like had the cover pulled over my head so I could eat this hamburger because they kept telling me, I even asked the nurse if I could have something to eat. No, we'll give you a popsicle. You can have a popsicle. Man, screw the popsicle. I don't want a popsicle. I want food.
Yeah,
I
I
want
know.
food. And it was like, no, you can't have anything.
Why can't
So,
you
yeah.
eat when you're?
Because, first of all, think about everything that's going on in your body. So you are either going to throw it up, which you may have.
Shit it out. Poop it out.
Yep, exactly. Like, it's better if you don't. But then the problem is, it is a workout. And I feel like I did not get this memo. Like, it's a workout when you are actually giving birth because you are pushing like you are climbing a damn mountain. So, like, if you have this huge ass burger in your stomach and you're climbing a mountain, like, think about how it feels to like do any type of workout after you just ate a big meal. And so you have way more chance of like pooping everywhere or throwing. I threw up. I remember
did you?
throwing up. Yeah. So they don't want you to eat food, even though you need the sustenance because you're like running a marathon to get this kid out. Yeah, it's a lot. It's
Wow, I didn't know that.
It's intense.
I had no clue about that part. So was it actually from McDonald's?
Yeah, it was McDonald's. They had a McDonald's restaurant downstairs in the hospital.
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
I love it.
And was it actually Miss K who did it?
Yeah. It was Miss K and Mama because my coworker, she came and picked me up. She didn't stay. She just dropped me off, and Mama and Miss K came to the hospital.
Oh, that's awesome. I love this story.
Wow.
Yeah, that is something.
All right,
It's so
and-
weird how that's kind of tied in.
Right? I mean, and that's why Miss K, my godmother, before she passed when I was growing up, she used to, every time I'd see her, she always be like, that's why you love hamburgers so much.
That's so funny.
It is.
Because I got you a hamburger right before you were born, and then that was your last thing you ate in the stomach, and then you've been eating it ever since.
But you know what? It seemed like you would not even like them because do you remember when we lived in Denver and you ate that McDonald's and you got sick and I had to take you to the hospital? Do you remember that?
Oh my gosh, yes. I totally forgot. It was the first time I had like a stomach virus or something.
Like a little buggy.
Right, and I threw up like all
From
over.
McDonald's.
Yes, that's right. And I threw up all over the, was it the bathroom or your car?
In the car.
In the car.
My
Okay.
God, the car is the worst. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's
It
hard.
gets all up in the seat.
But wait, now he is really bad when it comes to throwing up. He was really bad when it came to throwing up. We was at this restaurant in Atlanta. I don't know if they have them down there called Piccadilly.
No, they don't, but I have heard of it.
It's like a cafeteria.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites, and we used to go there all the time. And Miguel used to love fish. Every time we got there, he was like, "I want codfish. I want codfish."
Mhm.
And so it was one Sunday. Everybody from church, was there on Sundays. It's always crowded. You standing in line. And this man was standing in front of us, had his suit on, nice shiny shoes. All of a sudden, Miguel just throw up all on the man's shoe.
Oh, not the
Oh,
shiny
my.
shoes!
Come on,
Oh,
Miguel.
hell no.
Oh, boy.
No, I'm like, I'm about to say, sir, I am so sorry. He was like, that's okay. He's a kid. I was like, this little mother, where him? Oh.
I was 5 or 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't take him anywhere. What the hell?
Listen, I had a propensity for just throwing up apparently when I was younger, but it made my stomach strong as hell.
I
So
guess.
Yeah, and because when you was a baby, you used to throw up all the time. And I remember Miss K, she said she used to have to put a raincoat on when she hold you because she knew that you was going to spit the milk out everywhere.
Well,
I was just a very happy baby who just had a lot of things, a lot of emotions, and they
lot of
spilled out.
spitting up. A lot of spitting
Came
up
up.
happened.
Exactly.
That's all right. A lot of babies spit up a lot. That's okay.
Well, good. Well, thank you, Mom. I wanted to get that.
You got that cast iron stomach now, don't you?
Yes, I do. I can eat anything, anytime, anywhere, except for seafood.
That's probably why you stay so slim. Every time you ate, you threw it up.
He's like, I can't do it. Can't do it no more.
Was I not like a roly-poly baby?
Oh no, you was a nice size baby.
Oh, I
Nice
just
size.
took those characteristics on later on in life. I was like, "Go make up for it now, girl. Got them hamburgers. Yes,
Yeah.
I love it." Well, thank you,
Right.
Mom, for spending some time. I wanted to see if I had that story correct when I tell it. So thank you for
Yeah.
coming on.
And happy birthday, son. Happy birthday.
Thank you
Mhm.
very much. I appreciate it. How are you
What do
celebrating
y'all
my
have
birthday?
planned?
Huh?
What'd you say? How am I celebrating your birthday?
Yes, you should be celebrating. You're the one
Yeah.
that birthed this dude.
Yeah, you should be celebrating. You pushed me out.
I might toast a glass of wine to you.
There
Here's
you
to
go.
There you go.
Plenty more. I'll FaceTime you
Yeah.
Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Y'all start drinking Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Actually, Sunday we won't be. We're actually celebrating a friend of mine's birthday Saturday night. So Sunday there will be no drinking.
A lot of hydrating.
Abe is taking me to get a massage Sunday afternoon. So
Oh,
yeah, I'll be nice and calm by the time I
is
talk.
he taking you or is he doing the massage?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no,
All
he's
right.
taking me and he's getting one himself as well.
Oh, okay. And then y'all gonna massage each other afterwards. huh?
Okay,
If I need to leave the house, I will. Just let me know. Goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
gonna sock on the door.
you gotta find somewhere else to go Sunday.
I will. I just need a warning. You know, I don't want to interrupt.
Come over our house. That's fine.
God.
That's fine.
Yeah, go over there with Holly, Margaret, and Naya.
Yes,
Mm.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
All right, Mom. Well, you have a good day. Thank you for telling us the story. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you guys. Love you.
Love
Bye.
you too.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, I'm glad because sometimes when I told that story, the podcast on air, I was like, I wonder if that story's true. Or if I'm
Yeah.
just like, because after I watched that documentary on memories
Yes.
on it's called Explained on
Mhm.
Netflix, and I was like, I wonder if I'm like making up part of the story.
Sometimes your brain fills
It
in the
does.
gaps.
It
Oh, false
does.
memories. Yeah.
And that's why I was like, let me just get the truth and just make sure. So, Scott, right
Yo.
before we came on, we were talking about devastating news
Yes.
to a certain.
You have been very upset about this today.
It's upsetting for the country.
In the scheme of what's upsetting for the country right now,
of all the things we have going on
that are upsetting in this country.
Oh, it's only going to make more people.
healthcare.
It's going to make a lot of people upset. I think this was a good getaway for people. I think this is a good way for people to actually make some money and actually feel like good in their own skin. And now they don't have that.
And what is that?
That is OnlyFans banning its explicit content.
All right. Now, just real quick, in case you don't know what OnlyFans is, what is OnlyFans?
So OnlyFans is pretty much like a subscription-based website where people are able to have fans like subscribe to their page for them to do whatever they want. So I mean,
It's a paid thing, though.
yeah, like you could go on there and pay $15 to watch, Grandma Jen paint a picture. If you love her paintings, like she's going to charge you, but she has all the content only for you, exclusively for you. A majority of people on OnlyFans go on there to put out naughty content, whether it's them naked with themselves or maybe somebody else. And you subscribe, or several people, whatever. You subscribe to that person specifically, and you pay to see their content, and they make content that only you could see. And so now with OnlyFans is they are banning you putting out that explicit content. So now if you, follow Jen and Ben and you like their content together, that they're, getting it on the camera, you can no longer, that's no longer allowed.
Yeah.
So it's, for me, it's just upsetting because one, Jen and Ben, what are they going to do they're probably making a good living. They
Wait.
don't need it.
Okay, we're not talking about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck.
Nope. I don't know why
Okay.
that was the first name.
I'm
Yeah.
like, because
Now,
now it's
that had
confusing.
one.
Like, we think that
Okay,
J-Lo and Ben
um,
Affleck have an OnlyFans.
Let's see. Chad and Brad. Okay. Chad and Brad.
Chad and Brad got some adult content going on that you
They've
can
been putting
pay
it
to
out,
see.
and a lot of people love them. So they have a bunch of fans that are paying like $20 a month to see explicit content from them. But now that is no longer allowed, and so those fans, one
And maybe
can't see
they've
it.
been making a good chunk of change
Yeah.
monthly from these subscriptions. So starting October 1st, OnlyFans
OnlyFans is saying no, because they're not getting any advertising. I guess with bigger companies that want to team up with them because it's kind of like porn.
I just did a quick little Google search here, and this is from influencermarketinghub.com.
Oh,
Yeah.
.biz.gov.
Yes, all the business. They basically are summarizing, I guess, a Business Insider article
Yeah.
where they talk about some of the top OnlyFans people and how much they've made.
I saw
And they're
some of those
talking
numbers.
about Miss Miss Swedish Bella on OnlyFans was one of the top earning creators on OnlyFans, despite the fact their monthly subscription price is set at $6.50.
Oh,
She makes the bulk of
$650.
no, I'm sorry,
No,
$6.50.
That's it.
She makes the bulk of her money through the fees she charges for commissioned work sent via private message.
Oh, that's
Oh.
where the price comes up.
Business Insider reports that she's gained more than 1,100 subscribers and brings in more than $100,000 per year on OnlyFans.
I saw one girl was bringing in the millions on an article I read. She was bringing around I want to say 20 mil.
Not 20 million.
Something like that. Yeah. Or 2 mil. Something
What?
like that. Like either or. But yeah. Or, who was that one girl? The girl that talked back to Dr. Phil.
Oh,
That
Catch
girl,
Me Outside.
She brought in $1 million in
Danielle
one day.
Brigoli, I believe.
Yeah, she brought in over $1 million the first day. And then there's a famous YouTuber, David Dobrik.
Mm.
He has a friend, and I guess who just started at OnlyFans for fun. She brought out over $1 million in just a day.
Wait a minute. Is the New York Post, is that one of the ones that's more like celebrity rag or is
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
truth?
No,
Yeah.
that's not. I mean, they get it right sometimes, but they're
But
more
majority.
salacious in the Post.
Okay, so this is what this article is from August 9th, 2021, this
Mhm.
year. And it's saying that the most popular OnlyFans user, Jim101, makes over 29.4 million,
But I tell you.
while the 10th most popular, Caprice G92, rakes in 4.3 million annually.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm sure that's for sexual videos.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow, I thought it was maybe the 500,000-600,000. I didn't know it was that much.
Again, that is your very 1%, 0.1% of the users. But I do know I have people in my life that have had them, and there's one girl specifically, I kind of went to school with her, kind of friends. So it's I followed her on social media, but she would start, I guess, she went through something. She started an OnlyFans, and she would kind of give a little insight into how much money she was bringing in by the thousands. And she would give an update on how many subscribers she had. And she was it's not like she had a huge platform. She just started one, and she was bringing in, probably over $10,000 from her OnlyFans of bringing in subscribers and charging $20 a month, and just,
So did she
not having
get
any
it
platform at all.
from subscribing? People just
Yeah.
subscribe and they see content, or was she doing the DMs too, where you could get more?
I didn't I never subscribed to anybody, but she, from what I saw from the numbers of people that subscribed to her, I think it was a majority of that, just people subscribing to see her. And then bam. And I don't know if she said anything. I literally don't know how that took off for her. I know she's not doing that anymore, but I do know that she was bringing in some good money with it. And that's when I was seriously, damn, that is tempting to jump into that game, because even if you bring in, an extra $3,000, that's great. Hell yeah.
This New York Post article, they have a graphic at the bottom, which I'm assuming is coming from another news source. And it has the top 10 earners, and it has their monthly income and their yearly income.
Yeah.
And so the Jim that I talked about, she made 29.6 million. Number 10 for annual earnings, $7.7 million on OnlyFans. Monthly earnings, $804,000 a month. That's crazy. So what are these people going to do now?
Hope they
Pass it on.
save some of that money.
Or I wonder now, do you contact a web company and you take those people over the next
Yes.
month?
Because and I think it's smart that OnlyFans did this, by the way. So they're doing it October 1st. That's
you have
giving
time.
the creators time to alert all of their followers and fans that, hey, you can now follow me here. I know there's other platforms that do it, but you will have had to. What it does is it shuts down future people from making money that way. But the people that are making money now, I think they've got time to say, hey, follow me here.
So do you think that OnlyFans, though, will be able to change their branding? Because, I mean, if, you said grandma, whoever earlier, I can't imagine seeing your grandma's post on Facebook being hey, I'm doing Bible study on OnlyFans.
$10 a month.
Right.
Do you think they may have to change their name?
They would have to, because OnlyFans will forever be associated with,
Porn.
yes, doing it.
Yeah.
And that will be so hard to have a radio personnel. Let's say we let's say we got fired and we wanted to do our own content and put up a paywall, that would be the easiest way for us to do like a video podcast. And we'd say, hey, pay $10.99 a month to get Miguel and Holly and Scotty exclusive content on OnlyFans.com.
Yeah.
Everyone would think that we'd just be sitting around a table doing our show naked.
No,
We should.
no. You know what they're
No.
going to do? They're going to roll out, they're going to pay influencers to rebrand their company.
Yeah.
They're going to pay people. So they're going to pay people that are totally like on the up and up, who have very pristine pasts that we know of, that are not in the porn industry or have never gotten naked or whatever. Like maybe some of these YouTubers or, TikTokers. And they'll be like, hey, like they'll use those platforms. They'll use their YouTube. They'll use your TikToks. And then they'll be like, hey, now that OnlyFans is all different, I don't know what the word they'll use. This is my guess. I'm obviously not. But they'll be like, you can follow me on OnlyFans now, and here's some of the content you'll get a sneak peek of. And it'll be like them fucking knitting and stuff, whatever. And then they will slowly start to reshape who they are, because there have been a lot of brands in history that had like a deep downfall. And after a while, and after like some of that memory subsides, they'll be okay.
There's another company though that does exactly that, and that company has not taken off. Where it's exactly like OnlyFans, except for the porn on it. It's just you go there to subscribe to your favorite people and watch them do more content that you don't get. It starts with a P. I can't think of the name, but it's like I've even had friends talk to me about us starting one where it's like it's not OnlyFans because OnlyFans has a negative connotation with it. So you could go to this one website.
Parthenon or something?
Parthenon, yes, that one, yes, whatever that thing is. It's the same exact thing, but this time it's like that doesn't have the whole
The
connection to having sex. It's just like, okay, it's just extra content that you pay for. Same exact model. So I don't, but again, you don't hear about it. Like, I guess if you.
Parthenon, what is that? I'm like, is that a Greek restaurant? What is that? It's a terrible name.
Well, that's the same. Oh, I just don't know how many people. Again, I guess it's just not for me. Like, I wouldn't want to pay extra money to see somebody do extra content if I'm already seeing so much of their content. Like, that was the problem with me wanting to do anything extra, because I'm like, I already post everything on every other social media platform.
But we do that as radio people.
Yeah, I guess we need to change the way we do it, but I don't know. Maybe it's an ego thing. I'm like, nobody wants to pay to see extra shit from me.
They do though.
I don't know. I don't like.
I would think the same thing about me. First of all, I don't even think half the people would want to hear what I have to say in this podcast. So, like, I get where you're
Here we
coming
are
from.
recording it.
Like, I get where you're coming from, because it's that inner critic, right? But people do, and if you got it, it has to be very niche, obviously. So if you had some niche thing, yes, people would do it. Obviously, it exists outside of just porn, which that's like the no-brainer. That's like the low-hanging fruit.
Right.
But if you were, okay, let me just think of a great example that I would probably pay for. So let's say I had, I follow a lot of like astrology people or like mediums or whatever on TikTok. And let's say there's like this one guy that I really like, and I really get excited when his videos come out, and I really connect with maybe his tarot readings or whatever. If he's like, hey, I'm taking my actual tarot readings over to OnlyFans, and for the extra content, not only will you get the readings, but I'll you get a personalized message once a month. I'd be like, go on OnlyFans. Because it's something that I find valuable and or enjoyable, and I like his personality already, and I'm like,
I just wonder how much, I don't think you're going to be able to make the same living that you would. Again, I think a majority of people went there to I could see you naked.
Right.
I'm going to go there because I want to see you naked. Like a big amount of those creators, that's what they got. They don't got anything else.
No,
But at
I
the
agree.
They got their naughty bits in the thing.
But it doesn't take away from what other people do.
And it's not just, it's explicit sex. You can still do, like I told you back when you were part-time, I'm like, girl, do Scotty's workout videos. You're known in this city for working out, being healthy, and you're like, hey, I will write you meal plans. I will give you a workout regimen, and then I will show you how to do it, and do it on OnlyFans, and you could do it shirtless in gray sweatpants.
Because they're not banning nudity.
Right. So you could still, be suggestive about it if you wanted to, but you just have to grow your following in order to make one of those healthy 6-figure or in the million, but I don't know if you'd ever get to a million.
Hey, don't ever cut down the dream. It could still get there.
Wear gray sweatpants and you could.
It's just being creative. Now
Right.
These people are being
That's a
forced
good way
to be
put
more
it.
creative.
You got to really put yourself to the test.
And if they want it, then if they're creative people, they'll do it. But again, I think it's that low-hanging fruit that's like,
I could just get
Like, you ever-
naked,
some
do
of
this.
the like sometimes you ever look at like porn or whatever of any sort, and it looks just like, what am I even doing here?
You're not trying.
What is this? And
Right.
then I'm just like, I forgot why I don't do this that often. But like, it's just like there's a lot of people that don't put a lot. Also, the same thing. You go to a strip club and like there's a dancer who is just casually like meandering around the stage, and then there's like Ginger, and she is up on the pole doing the gymnastics.
Doing the whole routine.
She just got a 10 from the judges table, and you're like,
Yes.
phenomenal.
Yes.
Yep.
Come on, girl.
so
Do
maybe
it.
this is separating the cream from the other part of the milk.
Yeah, but also again, like it
Cream
takes
from the
away I think there was a little bit of magic from like, you always go to this bar and you see your bartender, Laura, and you're like, man, I know she got an OnlyFans. Gosh, I'm gonna go ahead and hop over to Laura. She's an average person, casually working. I want to see your stuff. But now you can't see your stuff.
Yes.
Are you really sad about Laura?
I'm validating
I'm not,
you.
but
No,
I know people are. It's
I'm
a
validating
different
you.
experience when you know the person.
I am validating.
I don't. I've never
I
subscribed.
get it. I get what you're. I understand what you're saying.
I tried at one point, but
You're
I couldn't get it on. I put in the wrong credit card or something.
Oh,
This is a while ago. This is a while ago.
He's not irrelevant.
No, that was the Lord saying, no, we're going to stop you here because I couldn't get in. And I was like, you know what? This probably ain't the right decision. I wasn't in my right mind those moments. And I was like, I'm trying to get on and I couldn't and it wasn't going through. And
Let me tell you
never got on.
Men will do the craziest things when they are in that mindset of sex.
It's a different. Something
It's a different brain.
switches.
It literally.
And they would tell you that, I think.
Oh yeah,
yes, it is.
It's like your
It's
brain chemistry switches and it takes over, and you will do the craziest, dumbest things. I've made some really dumb decisions when I was in that brain, and then as soon as it's done, you're like,
oh, you feel like
it's like you
shit.
wake up and you're like, what the hell? I was possessed.
Yeah.
I was possessed by my hormones.
Yes.
For X amount of time.
Yes, it
No,
is
that
actually
makes
it's toxic, and that's what
It
that
is
was one of those
hormones.
moments where I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, but it's like it's fire and fire and fire. I'm like, come on, and it wouldn't go through, and then I get through it. Now I look back, I'm like, God, what the fuck, Scott? Jesus, let's
I know.
calm it down there, big
I
boy.
would say women have that too, and like it happens again. And I blame the hormones because hormones make you fucking crazy. But I have been in a mindset like that where it's like after whatever, like that period of time passes or whatever it is, you look back and you're like, I don't remember that person. Like
Yeah.
I see that was me, but we shall not discuss that person with anybody.
We don't want to say who that was
Anymore.
what they
That
were
was-
doing.
There was the demon.
Oh, the demon came inside me.
There was the demon, Jesus. The demon is your hormones.
Well, isn't there's always like that joke. Well, I at least have it with like my guy friends where it's like if you're watching some kind of porn, like just something that you would never bring
Like
up.
the
that-
craziest shit
the
ever.
craziest. And as soon as you're done, you're like,
You're like,
oh Lord, I can delete everything. You
There
just
are
feel-
times because I've been saying this for a year now. I watch porn on Twitter now under my Miguel Fuller handle.
yeah, that's scary.
And I've been needing to create a new handle just to watch videos.
You're
because
dancing with the devil by
I
not
am,
doing it.
And I'm just like, I'm waiting for like the crazy stuff. I'll go down a trail and I'm like, that's crazy. Who would ever watch? Well, that's not so
Well,
bad.
I can't believe they allow that on Twitter,
I
by the
can't
way.
either.
And by the way, that happened to me accidentally on Twitter. And
How do you find like
Girl, some of our listeners,
yeah,
and
that's
listen,
the problem.
I'm not calling you out. Do your thing.
I am.
But no, I'm not.
No,
But
I'm
I don't think that they realize that like other people
you can see what people
are following
like
them, and that it'll come across to, or like I will, because I don't follow any of the porn accounts that I go to.
And you can't like it because if
Right.
you like it, people
It'll
can see
pop
that
up
you
on
or
your
like
likes.
it.
follow. Exactly. So I just have it in my like, if you I'll
God.
take too much.
Oh, go ahead, just spill your damn tea. Give us all the info, Miguel.
No. So like, if there's anything I need to like look up on Twitter, I like for work or news, I'll always switch over to the Miguel and Holly Twitter because
You know, get
Twitter
rid of your
saves
search.
your searches.
Yeah, they do.
So the searches are not public. So
No.
that's how I keep my tab of things. And so I never want to mess with that. And so I go to the Miguel and Holly Twitter to like look up
Oh!
real work stuff. So I don't mess with my saved searches. But anyway, so sometimes I'll go down a rabbit hole and I'll like click on like one porn account. And then it'll be like these people follow it. And it'll be like several listeners that we have. And then there are several where like I'll go to their account to be like, this is some crazy stuff. Like I just came here by accident. and it's like they're like
The stuff that they're
They're
like,
getting
is
it?
like,
no, it's like them naked.
Nice.
Like
Like the
some of our fan members I found
oh
there,
shoot,
and I'm like,
Heck yeah, get it.
I saw you at like
Naked,
our
naked.
like Friday night parties back in the day,
I saw
and like
you, hoo-ha.
I saw you at Blown Off Ball, like
No,
I saw you at our Thanksgiving food drive.
oh,
Hey.
but they're putting it out on Twitter. What do they think is gonna happen?
But like, here's
They
the
want
thing.
you to
Here,
see it.
I will know. Like, one of them in particular, I know. Like, I see them on Instagram all the time, and they're
Oh.
on our Facebook.
Oh,
But like, they have a whole different name on there
on
but-
Twitter.
On Twitter, but they followed me probably like years ago and forgot. And so it shows up when I go to that Twitter account that such and such is following, and I'm like,
The internet knows. The
Right?
internet always
It
knows.
knows everything about
and I was like, oh, who is that? Because it's just like numbers and letters. Because they probably was like the real one, then they switched it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh,
That's a he.
I just saw you do the good cool caca.
Yeah. There's a listener. I was at
Oh.
getting my pedicure done, and I was just
I know,
scrolling on
keep going.
Twitter, and I saw the most hardcore things were happening. People were getting in
Yeah,
legs.
yeah.
There was a
Arms, body parts, tongues.
liquids.
Oh.
Oh.
Now, wait. Is this a guy or a girl that, well, I'm assuming, were they resharing this on their
They
Twitter?
had retweeted it.
Was it a
Oh.
guy?
I don't know because the name is just like a long name. It's like so and so has a
Oh.
vaccination or whatever. I don't know. And so I couldn't tell from the picture either. But I was so afraid to click on it to discover more because I was like, what if I inadvertently click on this porn? And then they must have been having a day because then I kept scrolling and there was another one and there was more of this and then there was a big one of these. And I was like, oh. No, at the same time, like when that stuff just shoots into your eyeballs and an old girl is rubbing my legs, I was like, no.
Feeling some type of way.
She's like,
She's getting rubbed
I
on.
know. I was like, you know what? I didn't need to look at Twitter right now. Let's go
yeah,
over to
make you feel real good, girl. Come on.
I was like, I'll just go to Instagram. Jesus.
There is, and this will be the final thing. We need to move on. There is a Miguel and Holly fan member who every morning, Holly, this is like before you get here, Scott and I will be here, and this is when I was running the board and Scott was over here, and I would have my tweet deck up on the big screen in the
Oh.
studio And-
I maybe know about this.
every morning around like 4:30. I think she works overnight, but she'll just be like Titty Tuesday.
We should do Titty Tuesday.
One day she said, like, I don't even want to say the word.
Go ahead.
She said like C word Thursday,
Oh no!
and it was like,
Oh no!
and I'm like, girl, that's like, I can see, I follow you. I love you, but I don't want to see you.
Jesus, no! Oh no!
So Twitter,
I always have to think to myself, where do these people work that this is okay?
I mean, listen, if you don't work in the public eye like we do, who the hell is going to check your social media? I mean,
well, a lot
I
of
would
jobs
be too
check.
afraid that someone
That's
would.
I mean, but if you don't work in an industry where that matters,
Yeah, that's true.
then it's
Okay.
like, you know,
What do you think?
I don't even want to like make assumptions
Yeah,
for any
no.
job, but like
Yeah, I
if
don't
you just
either.
work in a job that it doesn't matter, then girl, do it up. Or you do it under a pseudonym and you forgot that you followed some radio people because you
What?
just who
Wait.
cares about us after the
Oh,
morning.
dear.
We just talked about though, like, you know, you get like freaky deaky and you're like, oh yeah, that stuff. And then afterwards you're like, oh God. Like what if like next year you get out of that phase and then you're like, oh God, no, oh, delete. I don't know. I just think about these things. Anyway.
Wow. All
hope
right.
y'all have a sexy weekend.
Yes,
Yeah.
girl, have a sexy time. By the way, I've been meaning to bring this up too. Talking about feeling self-conscious. I'm on Cameo.
Oh wow.
If you want like a video, like a birthday
What kind of videos do you
message-
send?
What do you think? Girl, happy birthday messages or encouragement messages or whatever you.
No Titty Tuesdays?
No Titty Tuesdays
Come
on mine.
on, it's my birthday.
Nope. I did finally book. I've been on there for like 3 months and I finally booked my first video.
Girl, that's great.
I was like, this is awkward. And then like, cause you have to have like a representative that works with you. when you sign up for Cameo, because not anyone could just sign up. And I have a friend that's on TV that said, oh, you could probably make some extra money to pay for your wedding on Cameo so people can book happy birthday videos and stuff. And I was like, oh, cool, let me try it. I've only gotten one request.
Hey, that's because you don't say it that much.
And then I feel awkward.
That is awkward.
As a radio person, like everything we do is for free.
Same.
And so then being like, hey, $20 for but girl, I got a wedding to pay for, so I ain't got no shame.
See?
No, I get it.
So
I like part of me really wants to do it, and part of me is like, it would be so horrifying, like that. Like you got one, right? I would get just none, and then I'd be like, "Why did I even?"
Well,
do
you
this?
gotta pimp it out, you know.
I don't know if I want to.
You gotta do crazy stuff, not get naked like we're just talking.
Well, and you know, I'm all about self promotion, but like, what makes it even like more just hurt your ego is my friend that's on TV that subscribe or like helped me get on a Cameo. She is very famous in the reality world, and she was like, "I've paid my mortgage from Cameo." And I was like,
like for a month.
For a month, yeah. But like for several, she gets that many requests and videos that like she's paid her mortgage. And I was like,
you know what's not fair? It's not the same. I'm sorry, because no one is going to go up to her and be like, but I know you. We go to the same Publix together, and you know that I'm struggling, and my kid just wants you to say happy birthday. And I'd be like, you're right. Fuck me. Like, you know what?
Like,
I'm a terrible
sorry,
person.
I'm just actually gonna not have a wedding.
I don't know if those people don't get like some type of sob story, but I know that someone would be like, Holly,
why?
Our kids go to school together. Like,
why are you asking me to
$20?
pay $20 for a birthday video?
Sorry, 20. I gotta buy the birthday cake that I'm gonna do in the video.
I have a picture of you dropping your kid off at or picking your kid up from school.
That's
like,
now
$10. You want me to pay for it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
So it was a little awkward, but it's all right. So I'm on Cameo if you want to help me pay for my wedding.
Get it.
Scott, what's your social media?
At Scott Tavlin, SCOTTAVLIN.
Holly?
Radio Holly on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on Facebook, Holly on Hot 1015, but I just don't get around there very often around those parts, but I do get on there.
I'm Miguel Fuller on TikTok, Instagram, Cameo, if you want to book a video. Also, nominations are out for Best of the Bag.
Yeah.
So you can hop on.
Wait a minute. Did y'all know that we won Best Podcast last year?
Oh, no, we did win that one, but we did also win Best Podcast.
No, I think.
Oh, you're right.
No. You're not telling the truth. What we actually won is Best Podcast last year.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, hold on. Let me check. We won Best Podcast last year. Yeah. So, yeah.
Go us.
But we are nominated again for Best Podcast in 2021, Best Local Morning Show, and a bunch of other stuff. So please, for Creative Loafing's website, vote for us. We would appreciate it. And also, if you want some Miguel and Holly stickers, you can always hit us up, Miguel at hot1015tampabay.com. Bye.